Hi, my sewing friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's Nkiru, your women's wear fashion designer based in Abuja. Today, we'll be learning how to draft a basic sleeve that would look like this. So this sleeve was from a basic bodice block. I have not uploaded it on the channel yet. It will be up sometime this week. So the sleeve would look like this, just like what I have here. When you look closely at this, you would see what the sleeve looks like. You can see how the back is elevated while the front went deep inside. The aim of this video is to help you understand the relationship between the sleeve and the armhole. I love using this method because I find it very easy and it's very beginner friendly. This method can be modified to draft any kind of sleeve you want, be it a bishop sleeve, a lantern sleeve, a tulip sleeve. I call this particular pattern the foundation of sleeves. I hope this video gives you the understanding and the confidence you need to master the art of drafting a basic sleeve. To draft a basic sleeve, there are three components that are required. One is the body measurement. The body measurement is very important because if you miss taking the actual measurement for the garment, it would affect the sleeves. So you need to take accurate body measurement while you're at it. Second would be the style of the sleeve. Like I said earlier, we have different types of sleeves. The bishop sleeve, we have the tulip, and the list goes on and on. The third would be the actual garment. When drafting a sleeve, the cap height plays a very vital role on the fit of that sleeve. If the cap height is shallow, it helps mobility. You are able to move your arms well. But if it's not shallow, if it's longer, the mobility of that garment would not be free. An example would be like for a tailored jacket, the mobility you have in the armhole of a tailored jacket is different from what you get wearing a sports outfit and a loose top, just like what I'm wearing now. So without taking much of your time, let's jump right into the drafting. To draft the basic sleeve, we will need our front and back bodices. So the first thing to do will be to measure the armhole curve. So you place your measuring tape like this and get the armhole measurements. So you do that for the front bodies and you also do that for the back bodies. Then whatever you get in the front, you write it down. Whatever you get at the back, you also write it down. We need three measurements to draft the basic sleeve: the bust measurement, the bicep circumference, and also sleeve length. So we'll divide this paper in half. This would be our starting point, and I'll mark this point as A. To get the cap's height, you divide your bust measurement, whichever bust measurement you're working with, you divide it by 12 and add 1 inch to whatever you get. So I will impute my cap's height here. I'm placing my measuring tape on point A and I'll mark my cap's height. I'll mark across, then I'll connect the points. So I'll label this point as B. So from point A to point B is our cap's height. I'll go over it again. Your bust measurement divide by 12 plus 1 inch. That is your cap's height. So the next thing to do is to measure that same bust measurement by 6 and add 1 inch to it. So from point B, you place your measuring tape here. Whatever you got from dividing your bust measurement by 6 and adding 1 inch to it, you mark it on one side and on the other side. I'll label this point C and point D. The next thing to do is to determine the length of the sleeve. So from point A, you measure down to whatever length you want your sleeve. What you do next is to connect point A to point C with a straight line and point A to point D with a straight line. You should have something like this. We'll divide point A to C in half and divide point A to D in half. You place your measuring tape like this and get the midpoint. Then mark it. Do the same thing for this other side. So we'll determine where we want to use as the front and the back. So let's use this side as the front. So we'll label it front. Then this is the back. So these 2 points, I'll label here E, then label here F. From point A to F, we'll divide in 2. Then point C to E, we'll divide in 2. We'll do the same thing for point A and F and D. After doing this, we'll label this point G and this point H, this point I and this point J. Now, we'll raise point H, we'll raise it up by 5/8 of an inch. Then point G, we'll bring it down by 5/8 of an inch. Point I, we'll take it up by 5/8 of an inch. Then point J and point D will divide in 2. Then this point in between J and D will bring it down by 3/16 of an inch. So I'll use my ruler to mark the extensions. So the next thing to do is to connect A to H, then from H we'll go down to E, then connect to G, then to C. So after connecting it, it should look like this. Then for the back, I'll connect A to I, then I to J, then to D. After connecting it, this is what you should have. So the next thing we'll do will be to impute the biceps measurement. You impute it here. Then I'll connect this point to this point and this point to this point. So we'll cross check the armhole and see if it tallies with what we have on our pattern. So whatever you get, you write it down. Okay. I have an excess of a quarter of an inch on both sides. So that's all right. It will serve as ease so that you have enough mobility. What to do next would be to add your seam allowances to the pattern. You add your seam allowances here at the side, at the top, and also on the hem. We'll bring back our front and back bodices. We'll impute our notches. So for the front, okay, let me put this aside first. For the front, we are going to put 1/3 of this front. So we will have one notch here. Then for the back, usually there are 2 notches at the back. So I'll bring back the pattern and put our notch. I'll do the same thing on the pattern. That will be all for today's tutorial. If you found this tutorial useful, click on the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so that whenever we upload any new videos, you'll be among the first to see them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. Bye.